says about polygamy. So first and foremost, let me remind all of us, I'm going to take you all of you to history. In the history of humanity, polygamy always existed. Unrestricted polygamy existed in all the cultures, in all the face of the past. May that be Chinese culture, Hindu culture, Jewish culture, Christian culture of the past, people used to have unrestricted polygamy. God restricted polygamy and gave proper accountability, responsibility to the husband. Before that, unrestricted polygamy, men used to take advantage, discard women, just have intimacy, discard them. No responsibility. Islam gave to give them 100% responsibility and limiting the number of wives. So the chapter of the Quran, chapter number 4, verse number 3 says that marry 2, 3, up to 4. But if you cannot do justice, marry only one. Right? But you may be thinking, you know what? But why 2, 3 or 4 if there is a war going on, right? In the war, many males can be killed, so there is more women than men. So if every male marries only one lady, then there would be surplus of ladies out there. Who's going to marry them? Who's going to give them the warmth of the home and the husband and the children? They would be left. So Islam is practical. So when it comes to polygamy, polygamy is there in the Old Testament. Polygamy is there in the New Testament. For example, almost every prophet that you see up there, they were polygamous. May that be Moses, 2 wives. May that be Abraham, 3 wives. David, several wives. Solomon, 700 wives. Right? First Kings, so I'm just quoting from the Old Testament. First Kings, chapter number 11, verse number 1 to verse number 5, it says that Solomon had 700 wives. So in the Old Testament, there's not a single verse in which the God of the Old Testament says, you know what, don't marry more than one, marry only one. There is no such passage in the Old Testament, no such passage in the New Testament. Really important. But there is a passage like that in the Quran. If you cannot do justice, marry only one. Last but not the least, right? Last but not the least, there is polygamy in this country. According to Chicago Tribune, a typical American male, they have seven partners. 7 partners, right? Come on. Don't look at your husband. Okay? I'm just joking, right? So they have 7 partners. So even though, legalized polygamy is not here in this country, however, unlegalized polygamy is there in this country. Unrestricted partners. It's legally allowed. But here is the important thing, right? Because Islam wants every single human to be part of a family. Compared to that, they are like what? 38% of the households in this country, they are run by single parent homes. The solution that Islam provides here is that every single family should have a male figure. Yes, female figure also as mothers, but male figure is so important. If the male figure is not there, unfortunately, then the vicious cycle continues. So according to psychologists, in any family, right, overall I would say, with some exceptions, in any family in which there is only one parent, there are more chances that the child is going to, there's a higher chances the child is going to get dropped out from high school. Higher chances that they will be involved in drugs and gangs. There's a higher chance that they will have lower IQ. There's a higher chance that they will be unemployed. So the vicious cycle continues. Islamic solution is this, that do not objectify women as, whatever. Do not have intimacy and leave the women alone. Islam says that if you want to be intimate with the person, marry that person and have 100% responsibility. So polygamy is actually in favor of women. It protects women. It protects the womanhood. It protects the children. It protects the family, and it protects the society. And that is the beauty of polygamy in Islam, also reflected in the Old Testament and New Testament. And that is polygamy in Islam. So go ahead, we have some more time. Any question about Islamic history, Muslims, Muhammad, peace be upon him?
the responsibilities or duties that they need to